Good afternoon, Professor. Good afternoon, student. This is my final presentation of the exposition that I have to send you. The topic are the reflexive pronoun, indefinite pronouns, possessive noun, and possessive adjective. What are reflexive pronouns? They are belonging to the basic grammars in English. Most of the students who learn English or know the grammar or know the language must know what are reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are pronouns that refer back to the subject of the sentence or clause. They can be singular or plural. Into the most common reflexive pronoun in singular, we can mention myself belong to the personal pronoun I, yourself belong to the second singular personal pronoun, herself that belong to the third personal pronoun feminine, and himself that belong to the third personal pronoun in masculine, and itself that belong to the third personal pronoun to refer to any things we are mentioned. So into the most particular reflexive pronoun in plural, we can mention ourselves that belong to the third personal pronoun in plural, we, yourself that belong to the second personal pronoun in plural, you, themselves that belong to the third personal pronoun in plural, they. All of them are a reflexive pronoun. Example of reflexive pronouns. If I say, I like myself, or I speak to myself, I mean that I'm speaking to me, to my own person. It looks like thinking a loud voice. When I say I spoke to himself, he spoke to himself, it means that he is speaking to the own person. The dog bite himself. It means that the dog bite by itself the body. It means. So they are reflexive pronoun. The other topic that I want to mention is very important. There are indefinite pronouns. What are indefinite pronouns? Okay, everybody who study English, okay, must know the indefinite pronouns. They are very common in basic grammar. What are indefinite pronouns? Definite pronouns are nouns that not refer to a particular person, a particular place, or a particular things. In other way, there is not idea we are specifically naming person or things. Indefinite pronouns are pronouns that can be used to replace unlimited numbers of nouns. They do not replace any specific noun. They can be singular or plural. Indefinite pronouns, they can be singular, plural, or both at the same time. Into the most common undefinite pronouns in singular, we can mention another, anybody, anyone, anything, each, either, everybody, everyone, everything, little, much, neither, nobody, no one, nothing, one, other, somebody, someone, or something. They belong to a singular undefinite pronoun. Into the undefinite pronouns in plural, we can mention both, few, many, others, several. They are plural undefinite pronouns, but we have to mention the others one undefinite pronouns which are both at the same time, can be singular or can be singular. Into those reflexive indefinite pronouns, we can mention or, any, more, max, none, some, and much. And now, with that explanation, we finish our position about the undefinite pronoun. The next topic we are going to talk refers to another grammar, very, very important for those students who want to learn English. They are possessive nouns. What are possessive nouns? Are form of possessives for show ownership that is possible if a phrase can be changed to say an item or idea belong to someone or something. Showing possessive possession in English is relatively easy matter. How can we form the possessive noun? We can form the possessive noun by adding an s, an apostrophe before an s. We can manage to transform most singular nouns into their possessive form. Example, the cards from sick. Charlie's car. We are talking about the car of Charlie. Peter books. We are talking about the book of Peter. There are simple examples of a possessive noun. How can forming the plural in possessive noun? Most plural nouns already end in s. To create the possessive, simply add an apostrophe after the x. Example, the Pepin's house is the blue one on the corner. The lion's usual source of water has dried up. The gases odors misses and became nauseating. The witch's brooms were hidden in the corner. The baby's beds were all in the row. There are simple forms of possessive nouns in plural. Don't forget only all the time, because most of the time we confuse the possessive pronoun with the possessive noun and the possessive adjective. With nouns whose plural and irregular plural, however, you need to add an apostrophe followed by an x to create the possessive form. Example, the plans on opening a women's clothing boutique. Children's programming is not so high priority. The Gizz's food supply was endangered. They are possessives now that belong to irregular noun, plural noun. Irregular, plural noun. And the final topic we are going to talk is the possessive adjective. The possessive adjective at the same time derive from the possessive pronoun. Don't confuse possessive adjective with possessive pronoun. They are totally different. Into the possessive adjective we can mention the my that belong to third personal pronoun, your that belong to the second singular personal pronoun, his that belong to he, third personal pronoun for masculine, her that belong to she, third personal pronoun for feminine, X that belong to the third personal pronoun for referring to things, our that belong to personal pronoun we, your that is the same that in the second person in singular, your, and theirs that belong to the personal pronoun they. All of them are possessive adjective. And now I'll finish my presentation. So have a good day for you, and I hope that you like to my presentations. So see you the next class, teacher.